guitar?
Play a little bit.
Can you hear it?
Barely.
Very, very small. Yeah, very, very gentle.
It's very quiet.
Can be louder.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's an acoustic guitar, right?
No, electric. I got to figure out why it's not loud enough.
And you have a speaker?
I have it directly inputted to the interface.
Oh, fancy, schmutzy. Hey, Yen 2020. That's Ming's truck. Hi. Yes, that's the truck. Awesome. All right. So you wanna play a little bit? Let's hear it, Rudy.
It's too low, huh?
Yeah, it's too low. You can be a little bit more. Hi guys, Ming, stop working.
That's fine. I think I'll just use my acoustic, and you guys could hear it through my my vocal mic.
Oh, you put the mic maybe next to it. You use the mic next to the. You want to try again? Oh, okay. We are still setting up. For those of you, we have 3 viewers already. So Ming, stop working. We have Jensen Farmer is farming right now with us. Isn't that wonderful? Yay. Hi, Fred! Fred's in the audience! Damn. That's nice. That's nice.
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
Better?
Yeah. Yeah. Fred says hello. Can you see it?
Hello, Fred.
Rudy. Fred says hello.
What's up, Fred?
Fred is.
How are
yes,
you? Hope
hi.
you're doing well.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, great. So, Ming, are you done? Time to take a break. Yeah.
You guys enjoy yourself. I'm right.
Huh? What?
I'll see you. I'll just meet my mic.
You see when? I can't hear you.
Windy outside.
Oh, windy outside. Okay, hurry up. We have 4 people watching us. Yes. Hi, Nick. You're there. I'm gonna invite Nick in. Okay. I have a feeling. If Arturo comes again, then we'll figure it out. Okay. Hi, Nick. I'm gonna invite you now. Okay. Okay. Nick. Okay. I hear some other sound. Okay. Okay. All right. So, 3 of us. So I just give Nick he's a businessman farmer. Yeah. Ming, Nick is replacing you now. Okay. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's so great to see you. When was last time we said goodbye to each other?
You'd have to go back to.
Yeah. That
February?
was February?
You're saying last time we saw each other?
Wait, last time we saw each other in Iowa.
Yeah.
We're the one left the second week. So you stayed the entire.
To the 5th of February.
So you were the last soldier. Yeah. I left January. Ming is back. Okay, Nick is here.
Hey.
Ming is here.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Hey.
How are you?
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
Yeah.
We're still waiting for Stephanie and Tully the Tubby, and probably we'll kick him out of the chat room. And so, how's everything, everybody? So this is
Good.
the
It's a
crew
beautiful sunny day.
from Iowa.
Connecticut.
Yeah. I
Kentucky
actually
too.
went out take a stroll outside. It's really really sunny. A lot of people on the street actually,
I'm good. I'm
and
good.
but they all wear a mask, you know. So which is good. Yeah. So I hear some music in the background. So okay. So we don't really need to introduce ourselves, right? But I think still we do. I like to have our guests usually to introduce ourselves, yourself, like how'd you become Yangan and how we meet in this capacity, how we met. So should we start with Rudy, please?
Sure. Well, I would say for me that I love science. I love technology. I was very familiar with automation, how we're mechanizing labor, and that's pretty much our future. I was, I learned of universal basic income, I think, back in 2014, and I was hoping that we would have a way to get this implemented. Um, and I discovered Andrew Yang pre Joe Rogan, so I was Yang Gang before there was a Yang Gang, and and I would say that when I heard him speak, everything just clicked right away for me. It didn't really take much for me to understand it. I saw him as a genuine person. Um, I've been looking for somebody who's going to push ideas like this, and then when he came along, I just went 100% supporting him right away. And that was I think early February before he went on a Joe Rogan podcast, and I was also a big fan of Rogan as well. So when I heard that he was going to be on the Rogan podcast, I think was going to be a game changer for him, and sure enough, it was. And it was exciting to see just how many people were loving his ideas and how enthusiastic that everybody became.
Yeah. So how do you remember how did you meet this panel?
Yeah, and in Iowa City, that's where we met. Yeah, yeah, doing the thing, going door to door, sharing each other's stories, learning how to spread the message, and it was exciting. It's definitely something that I never thought that I would do, like go to a different state I've never been at before, with people who were strangers, then became friends at that point, going towards a common goal, and I really value that.
Thank you. Thank you. Israel, you want to tell us your Yen story, please?
Yeah, so similar to Rudy, I knew about universal basic income for, I'd probably say about 3 to 4 years or so. I knew about UBI. I didn't research much into it, so I wasn't sure if it was like a good or bad idea. At least I didn't put much interest to it. I was browsing YouTube one day. I stumbled upon this video recommended. It says presidential candidate proposes universal basic income, and I was like, "Huh, like that's too early." Like I think, and I clicked on it, and I usually say the rest is history, but from then on, I just kept going, watching video after video. I'm one of the rare people that didn't know about Joe Rogan, so I found Joe Rogan through Andrew Yang. So it's a little bit backwards, but his ideas had really just sparked like inspiration, and it really changed how I view the world. I've seen how a lot of our problems are systemic, and how we can't just put a band-aid over it, and we need to get to the root core. Why is this happening? And I found that Andrew Yang had that mindset. He's like, you got to get to the root cause. Like, come on, just if you do that, then things will be much better.
Thank you. And you were very amazing. I witnessed you canvassing with Nick in the snow, crazy cold weather. You guys were like walking like a zombie, and just door to door. That was like, yeah, that was very, very bravery to do. And of course, I also, canvas with other people as well. All right, so let's move on. And oh, don't forget, did you mention about Israel? You used to be a Trump supporter.
Yes, that's true. I used to. I wasn't a hardcore Trump supporter by any means, but or anything like that. But I did lean more towards Trump than I did other candidates.
Yeah.
And seeing how Andrew Yang, he wasn't. I when I first discovered him, I couldn't tell if he was left or right. I couldn't
Uh-huh.
tell where his political leaning was, and I was so confused. I'm like, he sounds like he's Republican, but he's not. But he sounds like he's Democrat, but he's not. He kind of sounds
Uh-huh.
libertarian, but he's not. So what is he? And that's what I love
Yeah.
about him is that he
Uh-huh.
doesn't align with any political party. Realistically
Mhm.
speaking, yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Let's move on to Ming. Hi Ming, how are you? Thanks for stopping
Okay,
working for us.
everybody. Well, right here in my truck next to my Jensen farm. This is a busy time for us. I see our crops are getting ready to sprout.
Mm.
Glad to see everybody is healthy and strong, right? Hello, Fred. Hello, everybody out there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually started canvassing from Iowa City. I'm not sure. I know Nick. Not
Yeah.
sure. Rudy and Israel remember me or any.
I remember you.
I do remember you.
You're
I rode
unforgettable,
your truck,
man.
too.
You're unforgettable. Someone
rode
We
meets
your-
you,
remember
they
your
don't
truck.
forget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
your
think anyone
truck is
forgets you,
memorable.
Ming.
Yeah, just to finish the story. Actually, the truck has a white body, right? And one day I turned into this parking lot in a eatery, and it has like maybe a quarter-inch of ice on it. So the back wheel or the car of the back wheel may actually bump into another truck, and I didn't even know. But later on, a driver was very nice approaching to me. He said, "Did you know your truck actually bumped into mine?" I said, "No, I didn't know." So that was quite an experience in Iowa. It was my first experience canvassing for anybody. So to me, it's a lifetime experience to get to know, first of all, so many people here, so many friends here, right? And secondly, to see how American democracy works at a grassroots level.
Right.
I
Yeah.
got to meet Andrew October 2018. So that's when I at the Chinese National Convention, and that's
That's
how
early.
I heard him speak, like 20 feet from him. So I was totally awed. So here's somebody, who has some very original ideas and is audacious enough to run for president. So there he got my vote at that time. Thank you all. So
Yeah.
it has been a great.
Yeah, you're so amazing. I get the chance to ride on in your truck for several hours, and then we also went to the mall, had lunch, and then you yanned everybody you saw, including 2 homeless persons, and you feed them. You took them inside to buy lunch, and then
Wow.
sat there, talk to them for like 45 minutes. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a very, very interesting experience.
Yeah, that's great. That's
And
great.
after Iowa City, I was assigned to Oskaloosa.
Oh, okay.
It's a 90 or 80% red county. So we end up doing very well. So I think we got like 13% of the vote in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I didn't realize we couldn't do very well in Iowa City, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I think very liberal city,
Uh-huh.
and people might be more open. Turned out to be too many competition, I would say. All right, I'll leave the mic to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Ming. Nick, your turn.
Yay!
Yay!
Now it's so good to be here with all of you. See you again. You know, I love these reunions. I want to keep them going. It feels like when we all met each other, it feels like a year ago, how much the
Yeah.
world has changed. But
Mhm.
I'm glad some
Right.
things stay the same. And I feel the last pre-COVID-19 moment that I had, it was in New Hampshire on February 11th. That's when I was in a room full of people, AKA normal. So my last moment of normal and the last selfie I took to prove it, um, was very much connected to this movement. So it's so good to be here with everyone. And how I got started with Yang, it was late February. That was 2019. And, it was the Breakfast Club and the Joe Rogan experience. And then I was like, wow, finally someone that just makes sense. And he connected the economy with mental health. It just really resonated with me. And I was like, how could I not support this guy? Because you look at my resume, I'm like, oh man, automation is coming for me and it's coming for a whole bunch of Americans. So I was like, we need UBI so that this transition could be nice and smooth into the fourth industrial revolution. And he said on the Joe Rogan podcast, on the subject of revolution, you would rather undertake it than undergo it. Well, we're undergoing a great deal right now, but I'm glad that the ideas are here, and I feel that he is here for a time like this. So I feel he's right on time. So people said, "Oh, he's too early. He's ahead of his time." No, his ideas are right on time, and a lot of people are like, "Well, Yang was right." I was hoping that it would be like, "Yeah, Yang is right. Let's go." But a lot of people are saying Yang was right, and he is, and he was. But I'm so glad to be here with everyone and just keep going with the ideas and everything. And there's a great deal of positivity that still remains in this world, and I feel that the Yang Gang are front and center where we need to be.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you. You've been so supportive for this communication from day one. This is our sixth live Young Gang Hand. Yeah. So Nick, sometimes he's on the panel. When he's not on the panel, he's always in the audience and he's always communicating with us. So thank you so much, and thank you for the last minute step in. I don't know where's Teletubby. I'm gonna give him a hard time.
I'm a designated Yanger. I just hop in there, You can send me the link, I hop on.
Yeah. So Ming is off. So yeah, if Telly comes, so he can come in. Anyway, I don't really want to talk too much about Ming is back. So I don't know. Should I talk about how I became Young Gang? Just very quick, okay? I basically became Young Gangs because my college friend, asked me to go to an event in May, on the May the 14th of 2019, where Andrew Yang came to New York City, did a rally in Union Square. So I went because I was curious. I really did not know who Andrew Yang was, didn't do too much research on him. So I went, and then I made a short film about the event there, because I couldn't really reach Andrew Yang because he was swamped by many people, reporters. And I turned around, started to interview people went to the rally. I interviewed Nick. That's our first time met is in last May. And then later I met Nick many other events like I don't know, UBI March, canvassing in New York City. And eventually we went to, as a team, we went to Iowa, did a Yan week. Yeah. So I have been following Andrew Yan since last, I would say June. Yeah. After the May, I did more filming in June. And at the very beginning, it was people asked me to go. People asked me to go filming for them, and I went. And then after a while, I was like, I don't need to. Nobody asked me to go anymore. Every week I will find something to do. I will follow the event, whether it's a fundraising, whether it's a canvassing, whether it's in the park or on the street or whatever. So I went probably altogether, I don't know, 30, 40 events. And then I went to Yan Week. After that, I really don't want to leave because Young Week people become a young month. I want to stay, but I was not equipped to stay because I have students here. I have a college to teach, so I didn't stay, but I stayed extra week. Nick also stayed for extra week with me, and then and then um and then I told myself I'm going to go to New Hampshire if I cannot stay in Iowa. Yeah. So I went to New Hampshire and thinking I'm just going there for 3 days. Like going to New Hampshire every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I didn't leave. I stayed there for 3 weeks. I met amazing Jack Chan, who is my host family. Yeah. So that's my Yan story. But ultimately, I made about 110 short films for the movement, and they are all anywhere as short as 5 minutes, as long as 40 minutes. So I would like to put them together, in a longer, like a one documentary. But it's a tremendous work. So anyway, you guys inspire me every day when I was yanning. And also remember, I try to portray you in Iowa. I try to interview all of you, right? So you have some footage with me. So it's been a really amazing journey, and want to I I didn't want to stop. So where were you when Andrew Yang announced his suspension? Rudy, Israel.
Um, for me, I
Yeah.
clocked out of work and opened my phone, and he was doing a speech on him resigning, the president's running for president. And then I had like a kind of like a sinking feeling, like, oh man, I was disappointed. Not in his decision, of course, because ultimately there's a reason why he did it. Um, but only just uh, my sense of hope kind of went down a bit for where our country is heading at that point. I really felt like that his solutions and just his the type of person he is, we really needed somebody like that.
Stephanie!
Stephanie.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Sorry,
Hey,
sorry.
Happy
Sorry I'm
belated-
late.
happy belated
you must be
birthday.
sorry. Oh, happy birthday! Yes.
Thank
Can
you.
you make is it possible to make your device horizontally? Is it possible?
What did you say?
Horizontally. Are you doing it on your phone? Can you possibly make your phone horizontally? No? Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes. Sorry. Whatever you do. Okay. I always like when I film someone or when I talk with someone.
Is that
Always
better?
No, I cannot see you. Where are you? A little bit better. Yeah, more. So when you do horizontal, you just see when you do this way, you see the whole thing better. When you do this way, it's like on both sides.
There you
it's
go.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. It's a little better. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. How are you, Stephanie? Oh, she muted herself. So anyway, Rudy, let's continue. Rudy is talking about we're talking about where were we when Andrew Yang announced his suspension.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Like I said, I was at work, clocked out, opened my phone, it was actually the Zach and Matt show. I saw them open up a live stream of him gonna talk about him no longer running for president. And like I mentioned, it was disappointed in terms of the hope that I was having for our country, and but also understandable why he did it, given the outcomes that we saw in the first two states. And it seems like there were multiple reasons, but I would say the most genuine reason was he didn't want us to feel like we were pushing all of our time, money, and efforts towards something that we're just not going to win at this time. And but of course, that was all before the situation that we're all dealing with now. So I just imagine, like, what if he was still here pushing his policies? Would more people have listened at that point? But I guess we would never know.
Right. Right. What about you, Israel?
So
Where were you?
I was in Bowling Green, so I was back at school at my university. I went to get takeout from Chick-fil-A, and then I got a text from my brother. He's also Yang Gang. He said Andrew Yang just dropped out, and I was like my heart kind of sank, and I was speechless for that moment. I was like, let me see if this is real, and it was for sure a real thing. In a way, I couldn't believe it, but in a way, I was thankful, because when I saw his reasoning for it and everything, it made so much sense. He made his little speech, his dropping out speech, and I listened to that, and it really touched me. And I was like, that's very true. It makes sense. Dropping out was the best thing to do, but that does not mean we're stopping, our battle that we have against these issues that we're trying to get through. And just like Rudy said, especially right now, with the situation going on in the nation. So
Right. Thank you. Stephanie, welcome. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes. So,
It's-
Stephanie,
okay.
do you know everybody here?
Yes, I know Israel. I know Rudy. I know Nick. I know you. Everyone here.
Do you remember how I met you the first time?
We were in Iowa City.
Yeah. No, actually, the first stop was the office.
Des Moines.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
came out of this crazy van, and
Yeah.
you were wearing a bag. On the bag, you have like 100 pins on it.
Yes. I still have that bag. It's just sitting in my room.
Anyway, and then I was like admiring your bag. There is some echoey going on. What's going on?
I don't
There's an
have
echo.
headphones.
Oh, okay.
Should I
Okay.
go get headphones? I can go get headphones.
Really? Where are you? Are you at home?
No.
Oh, okay. So sometimes when you do not wear headphone, it has echoey, but it hasn't been consistent. I don't know for sure in what situation. Some other situation, has a huge echo. So
Okay, is the
let's
echo
talk.
still there?
Why don't we talk a little bit? If it's a problem, then we'll have Nick talk, and then you can go get your headphone. So tell us, how did you become Yang Gang, Stephanie?
How did I become Yang Gang? Did we all already talk on this?
Yeah, we already
Did
did.
everyone go through this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw him through the Joe Rogan show last March. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's how I got Yang Gang. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Is she echoey right now? It's okay. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Loud
fine.
and clear
So-
to me.
So tell us, where were you when Andrew Yang dropped out?
I was in Colorado. You met the guy with the crazy van, right?
Yes. What's
Yeah,
his
Nick?
name?
Yeah, we
What's
were
his
in Colorado, and there was like a Colorado Yang Gang hang that night, and like as we were pulling up to the bar, we found out that Andrew Yang had dropped out.
Yeah. How did you feel? Do you remember?
It was absolutely bonkers, but it was just so nice to be surrounded by the Yang Gang there. A bunch of the people from Colorado also went to Iowa like for the very first week, and so we just all swapped stories. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what about you, Nick? Where were you?
Where was I?
I know
was,
where you are, but you tell us. Yeah.
It's like, I think there's a song in the musical Hamilton, in the
Yeah.
room where it happened. That's where
Yeah.
I was. I was in the room where it happened. Yeah, February
I was
11th.
there too. Yeah.
And at the Puritan in
Yeah.
New Hampshire.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty anticlimactic to me. a
Yeah.
few days prior, I saw an article in Rolling Stone, and it said that Andrew Yang is already talking about running again for 2024. So that was
yeah.
the first clue that I got. Kind of a flag went up. I was like, okay, but I'm still here. I'm still going to canvas. I'm not going to let this get me down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking about it. I was like, oh, okay. Is this something that's going to be wrapped up rather soon?
Right.
And another thing I'll mention too is learning about, you would say, people that worked for the campaign and stuff that was going on there. I'm not going to go into detail, but that's that. So those are the two big indications for me. So when it happened, as I said, it was anticlimactic. I didn't know whether to feel devastated or even relieved, or you know what I mean? It was a mix of feelings. It was a tossed salad of feelings. So it's kind of like there's stages of grief, right? So at first I didn't really have a denial phase. It was more like, okay, I understand. He talked about what the reasoning and also the logic behind it, the numbers. So it's like he's very pragmatic. He's data driven. I'm just happy that I'm here with a whole bunch of Yang Gang, and I feel like I'm here with him. So there's no other place I'd rather be right now, even though this news isn't the best news. It's not what I wanted. And I was actually seeing it on other people's phones. I was with some Yang Gang from Connecticut that were showing me, that he had dropped out even before Andrew got on the stage and did it officially. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by anticlimactic.
You had the warning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
had
I
the
was,
warning.
and I got like a sympathy text. He's like, is he dropping out? I got one from my sister, one from a friend. I was like, he hasn't even said anything yet, but I'm getting 3 sources here. And then he finally did. And I was like, okay, that's all right.
It's for real.
But
Yeah.
there was a lot of reminiscing, a lot of hugs.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of love in the room, even though there was, disappointment as well. I went through a a suspension depression in the weeks following. I did, and I fell hard. But, I picked my head back up and I'm like, he said, we're going to be back. But, when he came back, when he was like, we're doing this Humanity Forward thing, a month later, it was a month later. So I was like, he meant it when he said he was going to be back. And now he's helping those who have been deeply impacted by this situation with a relief fund. And they're getting volunteers who are going to be making calls saying, hey, you're going to be getting this much money. And, we're here for you. There are a lot of people suffering, especially in the epicenter of all of this, New York City and the Bronx. So it's awesome that Humanity Forward has really stepped it up and stepped up to the plate, showing like, yeah, we care. We care about what's going on. And these are solutions that are going to be implemented, are going to constantly be introduced to people, to new people. So, I'm happy I'm going to be part of that. They're going to be volunteers. So I'm going to volunteer.
Great. Thank you, Nick.
Sure.
Yeah,
You.
I was with you at the same room. I didn't know it was coming. I was a little bit slow getting the message. I think a part of it is I was in denial because I stayed with Jack. Jack's house actually had many Yangon staff live there. And some of the staff actually was laid off already, right? Like 2-3 days after Iowa, the low number. So before even the New Hampshire thing, staff is already off. So I didn't get it. I should have, but we still canvassed the day, that day. Remember, in the morning we canvassed. We canvassed the day before. We canvassed every single day up until the 11th. So it's a little bit, it's kind of a little bit later on. I felt a little bit pissed off. You know what I mean? It's just like, what's the point? Like we're still knocking on the doors. There, some people say at the the last Adrian's last debate, he's already very low tone, so it's already gone. So, but anyway, but I do not regret anything. All the experience is wonderful, and I get to know you guys. Yeah, the part of reason is I started to do this yet and lively chat is I would love to chat with you anyway. Why don't we just chat together, and then why don't we just remember all the good days and the good parts, and hopefully there's something good to look forward to it in the near future, right? So yeah, so I made a film after he dropped out, and I interviewed many young men right on the spot. It was called something. What is it called, Nick? I won $1,000 or something, right?
Oh yeah.
If you
If I had $1,000.
yeah, the film title is called "If I Had a $1,000" because Nick and Ed they were singing that song at that party. It was so funny. So anyway, I want to hear some music from Rudy because I invited Rudy to bring his instrument. Rudy, why don't we hear you play something, please?
Can you guys hear the guitar?
You play some. Very soft.
I heard it
too
before.
soft.
I heard it before.
It's too soft still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, soft. Yeah, soft.
Right? It's very soft. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lots of talent in the Yang. Lots of
Does anyone else
musicians.
play anything? Israel, do you play something?
Yeah, I play the bass guitar
Right.
and
Oh, you can play something too. Yeah.
the
play
keyboard.
something.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Stephanie, do you play something? That's good. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know if now
Yeah.
or later, but maybe I could try to do an actual song. I was just kind of jamming.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, play anything. Yeah. Israel, you wanna show some of your chops to us?
I don't have anything on me. The keyboard, I have to go to another room.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I could play it, but you're not going to hear anything.
All right. I'll try.
Yeah.
If I could remember it all, I
Okay.
could try a song that I made about the freedom dividend. So.
Oh, okay.
No.
Great. Okay.
I like it. I
Wonderful.
like it already.
Wonderful.
Following the rules of insane gain. GDP, our gross domestic pain. Showering the fools who use the broken tools. Wondering if minds will switch their lanes. We are in a system I'm not willing to accept. This is not the answer to make a world to benefit the next stage. Center humankind. The next stage must consider every life. The next stage, we need the freedom dividend. The freedom dividend. The freedom dividend. The freedom dividend. No automation without compensation. Annihilation negates innovation. Taking back control from those economic trolls. Unleashing the spark of restless souls. We are in a system I'm not willing to accept. This is not the answer to make a world to benefit the next stage. Center humankind. The next stage must consider every life. The next stage, we need the freedom dividend. We need the freedom dividend. We need the freedom dividend. The freedom dividend. Whoa. We need the freedom dividend. We need the freedom dividend. We need the freedom dividend. The freedom dividend. There we go.
Yeah,
Yay! Thank you.
that's
know-
right. You were singing that, and I was just thinking of like a montage. You know what I mean? Like, it's like-
Yeah, and
Campaign.
I actually have a recording of that song. It's on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys want to listen to it, I actually have like a fully produced version
Wow.
Sweet.
with all instruments and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Give us
on
a link.
it's on soundcloud.com/Rudy G official.
Oh, soundcloud.com. Okay. Okay.
And
Sweet.
Yeah. Sounds
Okay.
wonderful. So
Nice.
tell me a little bit, Rudy. You always you are always a musician.
I
Like, you
started
always do music.
No, not always. I got into music in high school when I was a junior, and so that was about 11 years ago. I would say 11 years ago now, and so I've been playing guitar for about 11 years, and sometime after that started to try to sing, and I kind of play all the instruments right now. I don't know if you could see, like, I see my guitar amp in the background.
Yeah.
And then I have my bass guitar on the left of me.
Okay.
And I'm actually on a piano right now. So I don't know if you could see that. See the piano.
Oh
See?
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I have
Wow.
I have a lot of instruments, and
Awesome.
that's kind of my passion that
Yeah.
I love to make. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, I could post it in the chat if you guys want to
Yeah. Please.
take
Please.
a look. And
Yeah. And
Um,
so you guys, I have a question for you. Do you know anything about Adrienne recently sued New York City, New York what board of election or something? Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
And there's a board of elections. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So what's the whole point of suing? Oh, can you hear me?
What's the whole point of suing?
Oh, what
Tim,
is
you talking
the
to me?
yeah? What is the point of the action? Is it to make some noise, or is it a? Do you know?
I mean, I think with all the work that was put in getting the signatures and getting him on the ballot, and even just that, I mean, the fact that the whole presidential preference, primary, it being canceled because of coronavirus, it it that it's still not a good idea to try and cancel democracy, right? So I think that that's what he's really getting at, and
Yeah.
it's something that should definitely be considered, taken into account, that people worked hard on this to get him on the ballot, and also to get other candidates on the ballot. I mean, I know Joe Biden's a presumptive nominee, but there are people who have made a commitment saying they're still going to vote for Yang. If he's on the ballot, they're
I
going to
mean,
vote for Yang.
I definitely agree, Nick. I mean, the way I see this is that yes, he's suing you. Some people might say, "Oh, it's some kind of political stunt or something," but realistically, it's democracy. That's really all it is. I mean, how can you? I don't understand. I on either side, either the Democrats, them canceling like the New York, the presidential part of that election, or even the Republicans canceling Donald Trump against the other Republicans. Like nothing should be canceled. I don't agree with that. I think democracy is democracy. No matter how great someone's chances look like, it's democracy. You don't really know until people actually go out and vote. And so I think it should be exercised all the time, and it shouldn't even exist canceling elections.
Exactly. I think that's an alarming development. Even though you have a crisis going on in this country, still there should still be the voice of the people. It shouldn't be suppressed and using a situation to justify that. You know what I mean? Like an
Yeah.
opportunity to shut
Yeah.
people up. I don't agree with that one bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stephanie, where'd you go?
Where did it go? She disappeared. Yeah. So so what's going on right now? Do you guys what so what do you predict, or how do you feel about now Biden is the front runner, and what are we going to do? I mean, Andrew Yang did endorse him, and what are we going to do?
I think it's just a good idea to advance Andrew Yang's ideas. And I think that Andrew hopefully has Biden's ear right now, being able to, give him some feedback, help him to get trained up, almost like a Rocky thing. You know what I mean? Rocky and his trainer,
Yeah.
something like that going on, to get him ready for the big fight,
Mm-hmm.
basically the big bout. Because there are some concerns, and I think they're founded concerns about just Biden's ability to articulate his ideas, his plans, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is, video conferenced and everything. And I, you know, some people are like, oh, Biden, you just have to just show up basically and everything will be okay. But, we can't assume anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Biden really wants to win this thing, he really has to convince a great deal of people, especially youth, that he has their best interests at heart. They're saying that, oh, we moved him enough to the left, he's going to be okay. But what? You know what I mean? I feel that there's a narrative surrounding Biden, and then there's a reality
Mm-hmm.
of Biden. You want to have the best candidate possible to go up against the current president. And
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
my doubts about that, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Rudy?
It's really difficult for me because I'm not even a political person at all. I believe that like government and politicians, they don't know how to solve problems, and they're not experts in any certain type of technical field or as a default. And we really need people who understand human needs to be in a position to um, to help with uh, managing our resources effectively. That's basically how I see government as. It's just government is there to prevent our system from falling apart, and it's to help manage scarcity. Like, how are we going to distribute scarce resources? We do it through ownership, through capitalism currently, and um, but politicians, they are just there to be elected. They're there to please whoever helped them get into office, to serve a certain group of people. And if a human need is not the part of the bottom line, then it's not going to work. That's why I was such a supporter of Andrew Yang, because he was helping us transition into a future economy. I saw all of his policies as a way to transition into what we need to do to create a system based on human need. And so when I look at, like, even back in 2016, I had no opinion of Trump. Um, if there's certain actions he does, every president is there just to help manage our economy, whatever assumptions they have on how to do it. And I don't see Trump or Biden really doing effective positive change. Is it business as usual, or are we going to actually do something about our problems? And so I don't know. I don't know if I'm even going to vote in November, because they say if I don't vote, it's a vote for Trump. While if I don't like Biden either, if I don't vote for uh, Trump, it's a vote for Biden. It's like it could go either way. It's just I'm not left or right. I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm just neutral in the whole opinionated mindset that politicians have. So it's hard. It's hard for me personally. Like I said, like I prefer science. I think we need the scientific method to be applied to social concern. Like, what is the most efficient way to meet human needs? And unfortunately, I just don't see politicians doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I will just throw my vote towards whoever just at random, or if I'll just write in Yang still, or if I just won't do anything. Like, I'm gonna find out at that time. But right now, I don't see an option of participating other than spreading the ideas, because I think that's what's most important right now is actually getting those ideas through.
Yeah, thank you. I hear some noise. Who is having noise in the background? Like I hear like people's chatting. Did you?
Maybe it's my mom and my sister in the other room. I'm in my room.
Oh,
I'll close
can
the
you
door. I'm
close
sorry
the
about
door?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear.
Sorry about that.
No,
Okay.
that's okay. So, thank you, dear. Thank you.
No problem.
I have someone asking question. How many young guys have gotten their stimuli check? I am still waiting. From Naomi. Norman? Norman? Did you see that?
Yes,
Okay. Did
I
you get
did.
it? You did?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Yeah, I got mine as well.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, me too.
I want to state something too, just because
Yeah.
this past year, or 2019, claimed as a dependent. Technically, since I go to college and everything, my mom claimed me as a dependent. I shouldn't have gotten one, but I still got one. And what I believe the reason why is because I don't have anything on file last year. So if they're looking at my records, technically, if they go to 2018, I filed independent. And I think that's why I got a check, even though I guess I wasn't supposed to. I don't know.
Oh,
But I think that's
I
the
see.
only way a dependent can get around getting a check.
Did you file for
Oh.
2019?
No, and I don't plan to. I don't need to. So
Huh.
Yeah, I filed early. I
Oh.
always file my taxes early, like in January, like as soon as I get my
yeah.
whatever
Oh, you're
statements.
so
Yeah.
I
organized.
think if I would have filed,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have gotten that check then if I would decided to just randomly,
Huh.
So
Wow.
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I haven't done mine yet either. It hasn't been on top of mind, but I'm going to do it this week.
Deadline's extended.
I know, right? It is extended beyond what it was usually the April 15th, right?
Yeah.
So, extended
Wow.
till June.
Yeah. So okay, let's talk about how are we doing in this pandemic? You want to start with Israel? How are you doing?
Yeah. So I think it was just before the chat I explained a little bit, but
Tell us
essentially
where are you? Sorry.
right now I'm here in Kentucky. I live here in Kentucky, Lexington. I'm home right now, of course. And I work at Chick-fil-A typically. And so right now, my mom, my sister, we're all in our household together. So my mom, my sister, one of my brothers are all temporarily laid off and they're all receiving unemployment. For me, I still have work to go to there at Chick-fil-A, but the thing is that my mom is a high risk person and I don't want to, risk working, and her possibly getting the coronavirus because if she were to, then things wouldn't be things wouldn't look so good. So I'm opting in at the moment to just stay home. I'll be okay. I'm okay because, the rest of my family are getting unemployment checks and unemployment checks here in Kentucky, since it's a cheaper state, it actually means a lot more, meaning we're actually doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so
Do
I've
you
just
know?
been here at home,
Yeah.
trying to occupy my time, trying to learn some new things, maybe play some video games too, a little bit. I've been trying to distribute my time doing different
Yeah.
things, going outside a little bit.
Yeah. Do you know anyone uh, who got the virus?
Um, I don't know anybody directly,
Mm,
but I do know that my mom, a coworker she has, did test positive for coronavirus. So we had to quarantine. This was about 4 weeks ago, but for 2 weeks, our entire family we had to quarantine, self quarantine, just in case.
mm.
Thankfully, nothing happened from that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Rudy, what's your situation?
Um, I mean, I work in healthcare, so um, specifically mental health, and we have seen more individuals whose life is affected by the situation, not necessarily getting the virus, but um, how like the shelter in place, getting laid off, just the overall stress. People who already have anxiety are getting even more anxiety. People who have mental health issues are becoming paranoid about the whole situation. And I'm happy to say that our company is essential work, and we're providing resources for those individuals and try to help them, in any way we can in these trying times. Um, I don't know anybody personally who was tested positive, but I would say that our company and even healthcare are at risk. My girlfriend has worked with COVID patients, and it's just at risk. Not having the supplies that we need. You know, um, but luckily, at least at that time, there was people who are sheltering in place. They're actually listening, but it's unfortunate that we're seeing a lot of these protests, which is understandable why they're doing it, because we don't have effective mechanisms to help people shelter in place without wondering how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to feed themselves and their family. You know, so I understand why they're doing it, but I also am uncertain on if our success is going to continue to improve over time. Because like when we look back at the Spanish flu, they had their second spike was a lot larger than the first one because people started to crowd together again too soon. And I'm just concerned. I hope that doesn't happen. If people end up going in the community more, I hope that they at least take extra precautions.
Yeah.
Wearing a mask, don't touch your face, wash your hands,
Right.
6 feet apart, social distancing. if you're having symptoms, whether they're mild, try to decrease your interactions, maybe stay home more often if you can.
Right.
um and but yeah, I would say besides my work, like my work hasn't been affected. I'm still full time, which is fine. And I'm kind of what's it called, an introvert, so I'm kind of home a lot anyways, and playing music, whatever it is.
Mm.
So I would say my life hasn't been as personally affected as other people.
Mm.
I just been doing a lot of research on why pandemics happen, and what causes it. How do we prevent them, and what are the best approaches when we are actually experiencing it. So
Yeah.
that's how I've been spending my time.
Tell us, what city are you in?
I'm in Victorville, which is the high desert area in San Bernardino County, California, east of Los Angeles County. We are kind of a sprawling city, so it's not as crowded as LA County you know, or other major cities where we're probably, to be honest, the most dangerous city to live in the state. And I see it every day, like at my job, and people
Mm.
are experiencing self harm ideations,
Mm.
danger to others, mental health issues, substance abuse issues, which is on the other note of why I support Andrew Yang so much, because I've been experiencing and seeing these things firsthand, like for years,
Mm.
um, and it does affect that population even more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Nick, what's your situation?
Well,
Tell
I
us where
have.
you are. Tell us where you
Oh,
are.
I'm in Connecticut. It's New Haven County, so I live in West Haven. New Haven County has seen its share of cases. I don't know how many off the top of my head, but where the majority of cases were actually in Fairfield County and Westport. So that's actually one of the wealthiest counties in the country. So apparently there was a super spread. There was a party that took place, and that's why a lot of people tested positive there. But not too long after that, the state of Connecticut, the governor, Ned Lamont, he did the stay-at-home order. And it looks like things are turning around over here in Connecticut. Here's the thing, because it's so close to New York City, and because of the trains, the Metro North, that's another way the virus would have gotten in as well here, because it's a tri-state area, very much connected. But as far personally, the last time I was actually with people was at a local gym with my family, and that was in early March. The stay-at-home order, the quarantine for 14 days, that order came in just a few days later. We went ahead and did that. Everyone was fine. I'm here with my mom, dad, and sister. I'm very much introverted, a homebody, so doesn't really change much for me. The only reason why I really got out there was because of the Yang Gang and Andrew Yang's campaign. Got me out of my comfort
Yeah.
zone, I guess.
Hmm.
If you look at the Myers-Briggs letters, ISFP, but it can be an E for the right reasons, and definitely I would say Yang 2020 was that for me. That's why I was able to move beyond that. But after that ended, it was just basically, I haven't been, working like since September. So that was one of the reasons why I was able to volunteer. And I've just been at home, just, reading up on current events, watching a lot of YouTube videos. There's some Netflix there. So spending a lot of time with family, and grateful for that. No one I know directly has tested positive for the virus. So I'm grateful for that. I have seen things on Facebook, though, other friends who have been affected, and Facebook friends who have tested positive but are okay, those who have lost loved ones. So, yeah, but so far, so good, doing well. Like today, beautiful sunny day. Went out jogged around, got some fresh air, learning how to take care of our immunity. We've been doing that together. We've been eating far less meat. We did that even before this. We've been eating more fruits and vegetables, and you know what I mean? Just like doing that and talking to each other, keeping the lines of communication open, communicating with friends. Like I'm gonna have a small college reunion in a few hours with some friends. So, people I haven't talked to in years, in a long time. So I'm just grateful that we have technology to stay connected with each other
Yeah.
and to get through this together, basically.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. My story is that I actually know 5 people is infected. Okay. One is a person made my viola maker. He lives in Connecticut, Hartford. One person is a young gun. He's on YouTube a lot. Michael, and then 2 person is my neighbor in my same building actually, and I started to having young and talk, right, like 6 weeks ago. This is the 6th week, and then about 2 or 3 weeks ago I already started another project, is to interview one person at a time, just a more deep kind of a conversation. So for instance, I interviewed Zhang, my husband, who is a doctor. He has ideas or he has advice or vitamin, things to like what how to boost our immune system. So I thought it would be nice to share with the rest of the world. So I interviewed him. I interviewed my son, who is a college kid and college closed, dormitory is kicking them out. So I want to find out like how he feels, and then interviewed my teacher. So next Wednesday, 4 o'clock. I'm gonna interview this person in my building who had virus, who went through all the ordeals. But the funny thing, not even funny, I hear noise again. I hear a lot of background noise. The thing is, she was not allowed to get tested because she's not 60 years old. And so she actually not formally never got tested, but she just announced on her Facebook. She said she got body, what do you call, antibody positive. She got that
Okay.
test, yeah, just a few
Okay.
days ago. So that means she did have that. She had all the symptoms. So anyway, I'm going to interview her. She's the person willing to talk to me about the thing, because I think it's very helpful to even learn. Like we live in New York City. Yeah, we our apartment is not huge. Like she has a similar apartment, like just 2 bedroom and 1 bathroom, very small bathroom. How you quarantine a person when family member is infected? So she told me how her husband did, follow her around, wipe everything she touched, and so it's very disciplined family. Yeah, so her husband and her son is okay, but she is recovered now. Yeah, so it will be interesting too. So I know another person is a mezzo soprano. She was in the hospital for 10 days. So I actually phone interviewed her. I want to talk to her on video, but she said she's not sure yet because she was interviewed by ABC, by Channel 7. So maybe they want to do a follow up. So she she may feel like she doesn't want to talk to another person, until that television thing is over, like exclusivity, something like that. Yeah. But anyway, so how I deal with this thing, I think I go through different phases. Someday I go really stir crazy inside. I'm pretty much inside person anyway. I do video editing, and but I can't teach my student face to face, so I do Zoom teaching is very challenge because you can't touch them. You cannot, really the sound coming out a little bit meow, meow, like that, so so it has its limitation. And but what else? So I feel like if I don't go out, now normally I don't go out very much anyway, right? Other than go to Yan things. But when when people say you cannot go out or you should not go out, then psychologically you feel this restriction in your head, right? Yeah, and so it feels suppressed, it feels depressed sometimes, so I have to deal with that. And yeah, so I'm not really working. I'm I'm unemployed, but I cannot collect unemployment because I quit teaching in college for Andrew Yan's movement. So I cannot go back to the government, say, I want to collect unemployment. Forget it. So that's, yeah, my situation. But I feel using this platform to either talk to Yangan or talk to people I feel they can contribute to the society. I feel it, at least I'm doing something positive, I guess. And also I need to research them. Next week I'm interviewing a filmmaker, and then next week I'm interviewing a Canadian drummer, indigenous person, because I want to find out like what different kind of people, their reactions to this whole world problem, right? We're facing the problem. Yeah. So can I play you something? Just the one tune?
Mhm.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't practice very much. But this is the electronic violin. Has 5 strings. C string, G, D, A. So it's a violin. It's a violin, but it's a viola. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then this speaker over here can have many different sound. Sometimes called 90s. I don't know, 90s, 80s, 70s. All kind of weird sound. Do you have any melodies you want me to play? Can you think of a song you want to hear?
Any
Think of any
Beethoven?
Beethoven. I'm just goofing off.
Ode
Yeah.
to joy. That's Ode to joy.
Right. Yeah. You need to play something more. Or you're
more.
a good singer. You want to sing?
I'll do a. Well, unless someone else wants, I don't know, Israel. You say you don't have an instrument right now, huh?
Nick
Yeah.
likes to sing.
Sing. I don't know what to sing. I don't have anything like set up. Or I'll need to look on my phone for lyrics because I don't really like know anything
If you have $1,000.
off the top of my head.
Okay, let him play first.
Okay.
And you think about what do you want to sing, okay?
Okay.
Can you
take
guys
this one.
hear me fine?
Yeah.
I set
Yeah.
the bit for my mic. Just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. I like the progression. What kind of setting do you have? We're recording right now. What kind of
I have a MacBook
MacBook?
and I have a audio interface called Focusrite, which is it's pretty popular for musicians, but I have like the upgraded version. I don't know,
Oh,
it's the red box right there.
yeah.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, the Focusrite, and then I had this microphone right here is like an industry standard type of microphone. Comes in
Yeah.
like a it's way over there. I can't get it, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is a really good condenser microphone.
Yeah, for
And
talking.
yeah, for vocals, mid-range instruments like guitar,
Mm.
though it's perfect for that. I also have a
Sure,
Shure.
MV80.
You know what? Let me grab it real quick.
Sure is for your phone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Focusrite is a very good company. They make mics and stuff like that and
This
interfaces.
sign right here.
Oh, I see.
Shure SM7B. This is like
Sure.
another industry standard that
Wow.
it was most popularized by Michael Jackson for his Thriller
What?
album,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
and the Red Hot Chili Peppers also used it in one of their albums. You know, in their song, right?
I use the Shure and I use
Yeah, and
I use a Shure MV80A. It is a microphone to plug into my cell phone. So when I record my cell phone, is it here? Oh, yeah, it's not here. So anyway, do you know that microphone? It's really great to, for instance, now this is the cell phone, right? You have to take the case off because it's not. Hold on, it's just right here. I'll go grab it.
well,
I'll show you. I show you this. Oh, where'd it go? Sorry. I always leave this in my purse, in my backpack, because I feel like I will always need it. So it looks like this, yeah. And you just plug into here if you want to, you want to video this way.
like a very good portable.
And you can video
mic, yeah.
this way if you want to do self video. Like you can, so this thing, or if you want to do an interview, you make this like this, so both way can pick up. And then it does need a software, what do you call, a yeah,
Software?
yeah, it looks like this. It looks like this symbol S. Do you see it?
Yeah.
This one, okay, this one, yeah. So it, when you click on it, it will, you can do different like microphone. It's like, okay, so it will tell you, it will like show you. Oh, sorry, where'd it go? Yeah, this is the gauge. Yeah, this is like you can go loud, soft, and then something else, and we'll just like show you like if it's a conversation. If you're recording conversation and you use certain mic, if you record music, you can make the music gauge 60 degree, 50 degree, 90 degree, 100 degree. So it's pretty cool. I use that sometimes to go to Sean. He play recital in his school. I video them with that, even handheld, really steady, because I cannot use a tripod, because a lot of time like you're not allowed to record. So I just put right here, right, holding it. I can hold like this for 20 minutes, not moving, and it's sounding out pretty good.
That's cool.
I'm a lawbreaker. But anyway, so yeah. So what are you gonna sing for us, Nick?
Well, I found this song. I know I was looking on the phone for it. So I apologize, Rudy. I was listening, but I was like, I gotta find this song. I gotta find these lyrics.
That's fine.
It's Under the Boardwalk by the Drifters. It's a classic song, but I used to sing it with my college a cappella group. So I did it a cappella, so I don't need any musical accompaniment or anything. I think I can do it. I just have to look at the lyrics because I haven't memorized them. So
Okay.
it goes, I'll just go dum 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 dum. Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea. On a blanket with my babies, where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, out under the boardwalk. We'll be having some fun under the boardwalk. People walking above under the boardwalk. We'll be falling in love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk, do 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 do. From the park you hear this happy sound of a carousel. You can almost taste the hot dogs and French fries they sell under the boardwalk, down by the sea. Yeah. On a blanket with my babies, where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk. We'll be having some fun under the boardwalk. People walking above under the boardwalk. We'll be falling in love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. And then has a little interlude. Yeah, yeah. Under the boardwalk. Down by the sea. Yeah. On a boat with my babies, where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, under the boardwalk. We'll be having some fun under the boardwalk. People walking around under the boardwalk. We'll be falling in love under the boardwalk. Boardwalk. Oldie but a goodie.
The timing's gonna be really hard because if they're trying to play, if y'all are trying to go together,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
timing is
It wouldn't blend up.
That's not
You
good.
know what? I have a question for you guys. On Zoom, when you have 4 people talk, say, right? If one person talks, it's just the one person talk. The rest is kind of muted by itself. But on this program, this is the StreamYard. I thought StreamYard's better than Zoom. I am not sure now because, for instance, can we try? Okay, about 4 of us. Okay, let's do a chord to see if we can all sing at the same time. For instance, if I say do, you sing Rudy, and then you sing da, and then you go da. Let's try. Okay. I wanted to test to see if they will let us all sing a chord. Okay. Should I try?
Right.
Again, one more time. I missed the third note. Do D. Rudy, you are D. And then
he's D. What should I be?
Yeah, I am do. You're me. You're so. And then you're do again. Okay.
So I'm me.
Do mi so do. Okay. Ready? Try. Do. I didn't hear Israel. So
I'm doing the higher do.
I am do. Rudy is me. You Israel saw, and then you are do with a high do. Should I go to high do? How about you? You're do.
How do I
Sorry.
could do the lower one.
You know, okay.
Hello.
Start do. Okay. I will be me. You will be me, Rudy. I'm Saul, and then you are do. Okay. Ready?
Then what am I?
You're do. You're again do.
I'm Do.
Yeah, do. Okay.
They kind of they clash. They
I
clash.
I
You can
think
kind of
it's
do it.
not working. You know why? It mutes with whoever is the loudest. It mutes the other person. It's the same thing as Zoom, I think. What do you
but
think?
Zoom, you can have more people with StreamYard. 6 is the limit.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying in terms of audio.
Yeah, even audio.
Can we play something together with
You guys
Rudy?
hear my piano?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hear
Is
it?
it too loud? Or
it's okay. Not too loud. Can you play something out? Then I'll come in to see if you can hear both instruments. Okay, play something I know, like some popular
I don't
song.
know if I can do that.
Yeah. How about Hey Jude?
Oh, I can't play Hey Jude.
Okay.
I'll just play a chord. I'll play the C chord.
It keeps switching, so you'll hear the piano more, and then you'll hear the violin more, and it just keeps.
It's not happening at the same time.
Blend. They don't blend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
would want them to, you know.
Well, okay. Now we know.
I mean,
All right. So it's already 5:31. Can we finish this by everyone say one sentence? Can we start with one sentence, whatever you want to say? And can we start with Nick, please? I'll go this Nick and Israel and Rudy. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you. It's good to be here with everyone.
That's two.
Yeah, I know. I went over.
Oh, I just said my sentence. Sorry, Rudy.
That's it. Okay.
Thank you guys for watching. Whoever's here, appreciate it. Yang gang.
Yes, thank you. By the way, sorry, I interrupted Rudy. Jose is here. Did you see that? Except his picture doesn't look like Jose. Jose went to Iowa too.
Yeah,
Is that Jose?
No.
Jose put some dude, like movie star dude. Because I noticed this on Facebook. Jose, is that your brother? Yeah. But anyway, it's so funny. Yeah. So Rudy.
I appreciate the time, and I hope that we continue to stay in touch and continue to spread Ying's message.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So I really, like Rudy said, I appreciate you guys are here, and I would never had a chance to get to know you if not for Yan movement, and it's not going to die just because he suspended his campaign. So I want us to remember the good times and to remember our hard work and not to give up the future, whatever is coming in front of us. And thank you so much, and you guys take care. Yeah, in this crazy time, and yeah. So hope to see you soon.
Oh, I forgot to say this, that he was an answer on Jeopardy last night.
I saw
What?
that. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. There was a picture of him, and his book was mentioned, The War on Normal People and Universal Basic Income. And a woman buzzed in and she said, Yang. And Alex Trebek says, Andrew Yang.
He got 800 points for that, which got her from 200 to 1,000.
$1,000. I can't make this up.
Right? I'm not joking. No,
Is there a video? Because I was trying to find it. I couldn't find it.
It's on Twitter.
Yeah, I saw it somewhere on Twitter.
That's crazy. So you guys, all right. So we're wrapping it up, and you know, you guys from California or from Connecticut, from Kentucky, when the door is open, when you need to come to New York City, please let's hang out, okay? My couch is your couch.
Yeah, that's where I met you. I met you in New York.
Oh, you met me first time in New York.
Remember?
Oh, right. We went to a protest at the NBC.
MSNBC protest.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's where
That's
we
how.
met.
Yep.
I was on vacation and I was like, let me look up the Yang Gang here in New York. I'm gonna go say hi to them. Say hi to you guys. We went to protest MSNBC.
It's crazy. Yeah. Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, we were walking on the street. Yeah, I tried to film you guys.
The three of us were there. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much, you guys, and have a nice tomorrow. Wait, today is Saturday, right? You have
Yeah.
another day off then Sunday. Yeah. Have a nice weekend and we'll see you hopefully not too long. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for playing, Rudy.
Thank you too.
Thanks, Rudy.
Oh, we
Rudy.
have
Thank you.
someone did effort. Takisha, I saw that clip. Takisha, so funny. Yeah, we have a young there, I guess. Hi, thank you for tuning in. We are ending our young gun chat. Okay, see you again. All right, bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.